With that said, hello and welcome to the Shuffle 31 closing ceremonies, Concordia's first ever virtual shuffle. My name is Alia Adam and I'm a journalist and co-host for Global News Weekend. I'm also a proud Concordia grad and I have the pleasure of serving as your MC this afternoon. I would like to begin by acknowledging that Concordia's campuses are located on the unceded Indigenous lands. The Ganyan Gahaga Nation is recognized as the custodians of the lands and waters on which we gather today. Jadoge, or Montreal, is historically known as a gathering place for many First Nations. Today, it is home to a diverse population of Indigenous and other peoples. We respect the continued connections with the past, present, and future in our ongoing relationships with Indigenous and other peoples within Montreal community. Now, before we begin, I just want to make sure that everybody is on mute right now. I'm hearing a little bit of, dare I say it, shuffling. So I just want to make sure everyone's on mute. All right. Now, for those of you on social media who would like to connect, you can tag @concordia.alumni and use the hashtag #CUShuffle. We have great prizes to give out today, and we will be announcing our Shuffler of the Year and Shuffle Team of the Year awards, so stay tuned for that. And now I'd like to invite Concordia President Graham Carr to say a few words and announce the total funds raised so far. Over to you, Graham.
Super. Thanks very much, Alia. It's great to see everybody. Well done. We made it. Another successful shuffle is coming to a close, albeit under pretty bizarre circumstances this year. So we had to change the format. But ironically, what it meant was by changing the format, it allowed the shuffle to go global because friends and alumni elsewhere in the world could also join us over the course of the last week to show their support for students. And I thought I'd try to simulate our usual shuffle and closing party by using the Perform Center as my backdrop here this afternoon. I wish we were all there, of course, in person. Some of you, of course, would already be into the hot dogs and stuff at the moment, but maybe you're doing that at home or elsewhere right now. Whatever the case, it's always a proud day for Concordia to celebrate the shuffle. I want to thank Alia for taking time from her gig at Global News Weekend to be our MC today. Keep things moving along, and it's always super to see a Concordia grad coming back and giving back to the university in this way. The shuffle never happens on its own. There's always a lot of work behind the scenes by the Shuffle Advisory Committee. This year, as you can imagine, they really had to pull out all the stops to figure out how to organize the shuffle virtually. And I want to thank all of the members of the Shuffle Advisory Committee for what they've done to pull off this incredible success. But I also want to take a moment to recognize that this is Roger Cote's last shuffle as an administrator at Concordia. Roger will be retiring in a few days, actually, but staying on to help with the transition from as we welcome Michael DeGrappa back to the university. And as you all know, Roger's played such an incredible role at Concordia over the years, including for this event, the shuffle. And we're going to miss you, Roger. We're going to miss, maybe we will still see you at future shuffles. I hope so. But thanks so much for everything that you've done, not just on behalf of the shuffle, not just this year, but for everything that you've done for Concordia over many, many, many years, even longer than the shuffle's been around. Now, over the past 30 years, we're in year 31, the shuffle has raised $1.7 million for our students. That's an incredible amount of money raised. This year, probably more than ever, we have students in need, academically successful students in need because of the economic situation. So I'm absolutely thrilled to announce that thanks to everybody's efforts and everybody's generosity, we'll be adding another $132,000 and counting to that $1.7 million total. And not only is that the largest ever amount that we've raised in a virtual shuffle, but we're also ahead of where we were at last year's closing ceremony. So things are boding very well indeed for us to break another record this year. The record total last year was 143. As I said, we're ahead of where we were at this time last year. So thank you all again for your generosity and for your support. It's another testimony to what makes Concordia such an incredible place. And thank you for helping, most importantly, to make higher education more accessible to deserving students in our university. So with that, I'll pass it back to Alia. Hope to see you all next year in person at Loyola. Take care.
Thank you so much, Graham. And wow, $132,000. That's incredible. Well done, Shufflers. Such an inspired effort by the entire community. Next, I'd like to invite Paul Chesser, Vice President Advancement, to say a few words. You're up, Paul.
Thank you, Alia, and congratulations, and thank you, everyone. It's really fantastic to see so many Concordians and honorary Concordians today that have joined us for the Shuffle. It's been fantastic to see our community pull together in these last 7 days around the Shuffle. And we've heard about those fantastic results. In these last 7 months, also, the true Concordia spirit of resilience and strength shone brighter than ever. We launched the CU Cares program to reach out to some of Montreal's most vulnerable members of the Montreal and Concordia community. And we had 450 student, alumni, faculty, and staff volunteers to help bring this effort forward. When we launched our COVID-19 Student Emergency Relief Fund, the response was overwhelming. We raised more than $1 million to date, benefiting more than 1,400 students in need in that emergency period. And now, not only did you come out in great numbers to Shuffle, you did so in one of our most successful, if not the most successful Shuffle ever. It really is fantastic to have our community engaged from different time zones and different neighborhoods. Special shout out to Jerry Walsh and our folks in New York City, that despite the fact that the borders are closed, we've been able to come together in a true Concordia fashion and make a real difference. So thank you to Jerry and the team in New York and our alumni and friends around the world. This week's week-long format, festival style, increased our flexibility, made it easier to shuffle and to accommodate everybody's personal schedule and their goals. Everyone who shuffled or donated is contributing directly to the success of our students, and for that, I'd like to thank you. The Shuffle kicks off our annual community campaign, and donations, all donations, go to support the Campaign for Concordia Next Gen Now, our university's most ambitious fundraising campaign ever. We'll hope you'll continue to support our Next Gen University and as we continue to provide a Next Gen education. Thank you again. Merci. Back to you, Alia.
Thank you, Paul. Now, a lot of people were involved in organizing this year's event, and I want to thank the University Advancement Team, our many volunteers, and the Shuffle Advisory Committee. That includes Katie Broad, Roger Cote, Michelle Dodds, Christine D, Joseph Leger, Alex Laritas, Katie Laurie, Sophie Mayu, Katie Malestrovich, Anne McLaughlin, Lisa Ostagi, Christina Ramsey. Thank you all. Your contributions are much appreciated. Up next, Lisa Ostagi, Shuffle co-chair and special advisor to Provo on campus life, will say a few words and announce the Shuffler of the Year. Over to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Aaliyah. I'm honored to serve with Roger as co-chair of Shuffle 31. I've been involved for over 20 years in the Concordia Shuffles, and it's inspiring this year particularly to see how many people are involved. Thank you. This annual community event is so important to raise funds to support our students, to offer scholarships, bursaries, and support our services for students. I work with students every day and witness firsthand the impact of the Shuffle funds that we raise. Traditionally, our Shuffle is a walk that connects us between our two campuses. This year, our virtual Shuffle highlights the connections that we can make beyond our campuses with each other as a Concordia community. Concordia Shuffle is all about community spirit and generosity, and this year it's my pleasure to announce the Shuffler of the Year awards. This year we're giving 2 awards, one for a new shuffler and one for a veteran shuffler. Our new shuffler this year has recently joined our Concordia community, and the new Shuffler of the Year award goes to Annie Guérin, our new Dean of the Faculty of Fine Arts. And we wanted to recognize Annie because she's really mobilized the Faculty of Fine Arts and the fine arts community around raising funds for the Shuffle. Annie has raised an impressive $2,025 on her personal page. And as a result of this, I'd like to recognize Annie by awarding a prize of a Fitbit, which is provided courtesy of the personal. Our second Shuffler of the Year goes to a veteran. And this particular person also was Shuffler of the Year in 2017. I'd like to recognize our Veteran Shuffler of the Year as being Les Lawton. I want to highlight that Les is our top fundraiser this year, and he exceeded his personal fundraising goal by $4,000. Les has raised a total of $13,725 this year to support students. He set a 100-kilometer fitness goal for himself to walk during Shuffle Week. He shared pictures of his journey this week, and he also organized a prize draw for anyone who contributes to supporting his efforts. Concordia isn't the only ones who recognized Les for his contributions. He was also recently recognized by the restaurant Notre Boeuf de Grasse as the Hero of the Month. If anyone has been there recently, you may notice that the Les Lawton burger is on the menu. I'd like to recognize the contributions from Les by awarding a prize of $270 gift certificate from Roundtable Food Tours. Congrats to Annie and Les as our Shufflers of the Year. And we'll be in touch with you to pick up your prizes. And I'll turn it back over to Aaliyah.
Thank you, Lisa, and congratulations, Les and Annie. You're both such an inspiration. Now, I'd like to invite Roger Cote, Shuffle Co-Chair and Vice President Services, to say a few words, announce our Shuffle Team of the Year. The virtual floor is yours, Roger.
Well, thank you, Elia. It's a pleasure. And it's great to join all of you here virtually today. I know we all wish we could be together in person, yet it's so wonderful to see so many faces here today. I've been shuffling for nearly all the 31 shuffles. I haven't quite done them, but I'm pretty close. And never have I been more proud of our community. The response and engagement we've seen from staff, faculty, alumni, students is really inspiring and impressive. Not only have we managed successfully to hold our first entirely virtual shuffle, as was said, it was one of our most successful to date. And that's all thanks to you, to your contribution and your engagement. As Graham mentioned, I'll be retiring this year and couldn't ask to finish on a better note. And by the way, thank you for the nice notes on the chat during the introductions. Thank you. Now it's time to announce the Shuffle 31's Shuffle Team of the Year. This award is very special because our community fundraising efforts are really what this is all about, helping our community. The prize for this category is a pair of Sony headphones, courtesy of the personnel, and to be raffled amongst the team members. We had some fantastic teams this year, including the Dr. Bob Roy Memorial Team, the JMSB Shufflers, and the cross-country Stingers team. However, only one team can win the prize, and our Shuffle 31 team of the year really went above and beyond. With more than 50 teams, not 150, 50 team members, and nearly 330 donations, this team was able to mobilize faculty, staff, alumni, students, friends of the university. And of course, this team was shuffling for a great cause, the Black Perspectives Initiative. It's a program to elevate Black voices, perspectives, and projects at Concordia and beyond. Specifically, this team was raising funds to help launch a much-needed mental health wellness program for the Black community at Concordia. They started with a solid goal of $5,000 for the fundraising, but they managed to raise an incredible $20,295, which is one of the highest amount ever raised by a shuffle team. That's 4 times their goal. So I'm thrilled to announce that Shuffle 31's Team of the Year, the award goes to See You at the Top. Congratulations, See You at the Top, for an impressive performance and effort. You should all be proud of yourselves. We certainly are. Our team will reach out to you to make sure you receive your prizes. It's been an honor to serve as your co-chair with my colleague Lisa for Shuffle 31. I certainly intend to remain connected to Concordia and participate and support shuffles in the future. Back to you, Ahelia.
Thank you, Roger, and happy retirement. And congratulations, See You at the Top, over $20,000. What a fantastic effort by the entire team. Congratulations to all our prize winners. To see the complete list, you can actually visit our website, www.concordia.ca/shuffle. I want to thank our sponsors who donated many of our prizes and who generously supported this year's Shuffle. The Personnel, our platinum sponsor and longtime supporter of the Shuffle, our 2 gold sponsors, CJLO and Coke, our silver sponsors, the Concordia University Part-Time Faculty Association, Concordia Recreation, Create with Navy, Groupe Park Avenue, and Notre Boeuf de Grasse. Our bronze sponsors, Le Méridien Versailles Montreal, Staples, Très Art Café, and Tour de la Table. Thank you all for your support and for helping make Shuffle 31 such a success. To everyone who donated, fundraised, and shuffled, thank you. None of us could have prepared for the events of 2020. Yet, thanks to your incredible resilience, strength, and generosity, you helped make Shuffle 31 one of our most memorable yet.